I just thought I should share with you how the how this worked. The programmer, unfortunately, in Bangladesh, he wanted to become my 50% partner, and I was very happy to oblige him to that. I said, "Okay, fine. You can have 50% if you design the improvements on the new virtual house and make it work." But he kept on making stupid mistakes and things like that, dragging out the time, and in the end, I didn't want to have anything to do with him. But we did accomplish some things. Now, he mixed a lot of this stuff up for whatever reason, I don't know. But the business registration actually has promise. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. All right. Now, so the customer can click on anything. It's not supposed to go to a virtual house right away because you don't know what country they're in. He would always mix up the flags and everything like that. Fazakas wants to advertise on it. There are some companies that really are interested, but I can't do anything because I don't have a finished product, and I need to get this thing finished. So I'm going to pay for it to get it done. Anybody who wants to join me and wants a piece of it, I'm happy to discuss it, but I need to move on with this thing. So we're going to go to a business registration. The business person will obviously select what kind of business they own. Let's just go here. The first, these three, number 1, number 2, and number 4, booking systems can be sold to them. Stores, it's not mandatory for them to buy a booking system. So let's go with this. Handyman. Or some kind of service person like that. Then they need to select the country that they're in. Okay, we'll select England because we're going to put a virtual house in Leeds, but that didn't work out because the programmer kept on dragging this thing out with issues, and then the guy in Leeds eventually gave up. Anyway, I can recover some of these people. I got somebody in Birmingham who wants to manage a virtual house, but I have no finished product, so I can't give it to them. All right, so here we go. They select the country, so let's go to England. All right, so they can select now the way in which it's supposed to work, and I don't know if it even is working or whether the programmer just stuck this in here. But when the virtual house, is filled with at least 80% of the content that it requires to have so that customers can find the tradespeople and or services that they want to find, then it will display it here. If it's 40%, you can't see it on the internet. Anything less than 75-80%, it will not appear on the internet. There's no point, because if customers are looking for things and they can't find what they're looking for, then they're never going to come back. So that it has to be at least 80% full. Then, the type of business they selected. They put in their email address, whatever that may be. This shows the city. In the new one, the guy is working apparently on it now, that they can actually change the city name here. But if the city does not exist in our system, then only then a new virtual house can be created. But they just can't start adding information without a virtual house being created. So they would type in a username, whatever that is. Let's call it 123. Company name, we'll call it 123. Profession, 123. And adding the services is the greatest part of this at all. Let's say they do carpentry. All right, and they add it. Now it appears down here, and it automatically appears in the search in the program. So if someone is looking for a carpenter, then this person may pop up. If there are several carpenters, and there will be for each city, then they can choose which one that they want. I'll show you sort of how that works, even though it doesn't completely work right just yet. You have to select a code. It should be more than a 4-pin, but we'll just give it a 4-pin code just to show you. I think the customer should have the right to select anything they want or have the system generate a code for them automatically. There's nothing more frustrating than going to a website and then you type in what password you want and then it tells you it's not strong enough. We hate that. So then it should create one for us that we can try to remember somehow, and that would be a lot easier for us than spending an hour trying to select the right one according to what the programmers sought or thought. All right, so we register. You must agree with the protection statement. Yes, the protection statement down here. So let's agree with that. And we register. Now, as soon as the registration is done, it has to go to what's called a back end. And there it is. Now, the back end, come on. The back end has not been done. I was told that he started it, but whatever that means, who knows. Here are the things that if we include all of these things with the system for a small business person, it will truly save their lives. I had a version of this in Canada where the government of Canada endorsed the product, and it worked extremely well. It saved any business between 30 and 60 days worth of time a year. 60 days worth of time a year if the company was very busy. 30 days worth of time a year if it was just a small mom and pop organization with a few jobs a week, but it still saved lots of time. So I can explain all these things later. I just wanted you to see roughly, how this thing should work.